I had to pull the liner here off the fender so that I could get in and look at this stuff right there. It fooled me into thinking that it was leaking. There. Well, what was happening, okay, see that all rusty? The brake line has a skewer stuck in it trying to keep the fluid in. When I put a wrench on that flare fitting, it just snapped off. It was already broke. The fluid was spraying from here up onto there and made me think that's what was leaking. I'm glad, but that is just rusted in big time. I have to pry it under it and pop it off or something. Blowtorch coming up, but that piece is about to fall off. If I hammer it much, it bends. But that's what is the next thing that broke. I'll go inside and tell about it. Let's go. Oh. Yesterday I redid the front brakes too. I took them off and inspected, greased them up, put them back on. The slides were stuck on both front brakes. I figured that's probably what was making it mushy. It's because the front brakes, the inner pads on both sides were kind of stuck. Well, I took that all apart and got it all working. And it was still kind of mushy. So I drove around and I was like, hey, this ain't bad. But, you know, you still got a lot of travel to get to where the brakes work. And I'm like, there's something that ain't right still. So I got it in the driveway and I started pumping the brakes. I just pumped it and pumped it and pumped it and pumped it and to get hard. And they actually got hard. And I was pushing. And then that thing where I showed you it broke. That flare fitting was hanging on by a thread, kinda. So I'm gonna end up putting I think I'm gonna need the new metal brake line and the rubber hose both. And then put that back, and I bet you my brakes will be right. It's weird how I've been chasing my tail on this thing. Brakes. Actually, it's been about the same amount of work and headaches putting the rear end in as it was to do the brakes. I knew I was going to end up having to redo a bunch of brakes, but not everything. But I want it to be perfect, and I think I probably could have drove it the way it was before, but it was a ticking time bomb. I'm glad I broke it in the driveway, so now I can, fix something else. But like I said, eventually I'm going to have all new brakes on that truck, and hopefully it'll all hold. You definitely don't want to have to put complete new everything in. That would, oh God, that kind of brake job would kill you. You just want to replace the stuff that's bad. And I'm trying, but every time I get it close, then something else goes. Well, that's what happens when you try to work on a really old vehicle. It's 16 years old and hadn't seen a lot of maintenance. It's been pretty halfway well maintained. I kept brake shoes on it and stuff, but I'm no auto mechanic, that's for sure. Well, have a great day, everybody. God bless you. Thanks for watching. And that's your update on the Dodge for today. Let's see what I can tear up next.